lives and many other jobs. So I thought that it was actually really what I wanted to do.
I don't know how often you get to watch your own work, but when you see clips like that, what goes through your mind? Are you remembering what was happening when you shot that? Are you second-guessing yourself?
Well,
what do you think about?
It got me very nervous. My heart is beating right now. Really, there are so many people here, and to breathe. It's super weird. I couldn't watch the whole thing. I don't know. I don't even know what I can say about it. It's like, it's not schizophrenic. It's like so many people inside of this screen, and it's all me, and it's all different people. It's super weird.
You said that there were other things you may have wanted to do. At what point did you decide that being an actress was going to be this sort of key passion, this career that you wanted to pursue full force?
Well, at a certain point, I was not very satisfied with what I got, and what I got was already huge for an actress to be able to work. But I have to confess, I was not satisfied, so I decided to do something else because I didn't want my passion to be small and frustrated. So I called my agent at that time, and I told him that and it was really something that I had thought about. It was not just like one day I decide that I'm going to quit because it's not satisfying. It was really something that I had thought for a long time. And then...
And what age were you in this?
Maybe 25, something like that. Maybe earlier, 24, I don't really remember. And then he told me, well, okay, I understand, but I want you to go to this meeting before you totally quit. And this meeting was with Tim Burton, who was one of my favorite directors. And I thought, okay, well, it's going to be my proof. If I don't get this, I really do something else. And I got it.
And this was for the film Big Fish?
Big Fish, yeah.
So what happened in that meeting that got you the role? Do you have any idea?
Well, it was, I don't know. It was for me, I guess. It was, well, I sent a tape of, I had to do some a screen test, a tape that I sent there, and I worked, my God, I worked so much because I so wanted it.
And was it the making of that film that made you think, yes, I'm going to keep doing this, or was it just the fact that you got that particular role that made you say, this is for me?
Well, I wanted to work with people who gave me the desire to be an actress, and he was one of them. And then from that movie, I met Jean-Pierre Jeunet, who offered me an amazing role, exactly what I wanted in A Very Long Engagement. And it was a short part, but that was something intense. That was something that I had to work for, and then I felt that it was exactly what I wanted to do.
It sounds like you were looking for roles that would equal the passion you felt for this work. Is that right?
Yeah, you're right.
So after Big Fish and after A Very Long Engagement, did you change the approach that you took to seeking roles? Or what happened next?
No, well, I've always had the same commitment in my work. What changed was the role, the offer that I had. And then Olivier Dahan came my way with this amazing, crazy idea that I would be Edith Piaf, and that I would be Edith Piaf from 18 to 47. And that was exactly what I was waiting for. Something bigger than my dream.
so that you could really sink your teeth into. And tell me about was the preparation that you did for that role, I assume it was the most challenging thing you'd done up until that point. How did you manage to get into her skin in a way that was satisfying to you?
Jeez.
I know
It's a long story. Well, I don't even know where to start to make it short. It was,
Well, where did you start? What was the first thing you did?
well, I started to take singing lessons. That because she was a singer, that was like kind of obvious. And then I wanted to stay away from trying to be like her or to imitate her, and so I never really rehearsed the scenes. That's gonna sound maybe not well. I wanted to make enough place inside of myself to let her in. How do you do that, Ayo?
You know, we're just a few steps from where you claimed the Best Actress Oscar for La Vie en Rose, and I you know, in writing for Entertainment Weekly and other places I've worked with, you know, we cover that backstage area, and I remember seeing you come off stage after getting that Oscar, and Forrest Whitaker had presented it to you because he won the previous year, and you were so poised out there on stage, and afterward, I just remember seeing in the shadows, both of you just embraced, and he's such a big man, and had these sort of big hands, and was hugging you. It was on the cover of the newspaper I worked for at the time. And I wondered if you could describe for everyone, since very few of us get to win an Oscar, what that experience is like.
Well, it's the whole experience, the preparation, the shooting of this movie, and what happened after, the opportunity that we had to share this movie with so many people around the world, and then how it was welcomed here in the U.S. Was something really unbelievable, and that night was that was the end of the adventure, and that was the most beautiful end. It was not actually totally the end of it, because it opened so many doors for me in this business. But I mean, it's kind of hard to explain it with words. I was not even able to explain it on stage, actually. It's, you know, during the months before the ceremony, I met so many actors, so many directors that I've had admired for years. That was for a little French actress. That was really unbelievable.
Well, since the feeling is kind of hard to describe in words, just what are your memories from that night after claiming that trophy? What stands
Well,
out?
I was with my family and friends. They, I mean, part of my family and part of my friends came to Los Angeles, so it was really amazing to be able to enjoy that moment with them.
Mm-hmm. Now, I think people believe that just once you win an Oscar, it does throw open a lot of doors, but what was the aftermath of that like, career-wise? I assume a lot of offers just suddenly appeared for you? Is that the way it goes? Or how do you go about choosing what to do next? Because that's a very big decision.
Well, I read a story, and when I get obsessed right away, when I feel that I belong to the story, that's how I choose to do it.
And that's as simple as that, just if it grabs you, if
yeah,
it's something
yeah.
you'd want to see?
Yeah, I guess. But it's really something that is kind of organic. It gets into my blood, and I have to be part of this story.
Well, so just in terms of your memory, like what happens? Do you wake up and open your hotel door and there's a stack of scripts that fall in the door? Or what's
No,
the
it
experience
does
like?
not happen like that. It's a little different. Well, no, I feel always very lucky when someone wants to work with me, and especially when it's someone like Jacques Audiard, who I've always wanted to work with him, or Michael Mann, or I mean, all the people I've worked with, and I feel, yeah, surprised and lucky each time.
How did you come to work with Christopher Nolan? Just what was that process like? Did he invite you for a meeting? Did he give you a script? Or how did you two bond? Because you seem to be a favorite of his now.
Well, the first time we met, we talked about dreams for like an hour, and it was so interesting. And this man is so smart, and it was also, I mean, he was offering me something that I had never done before, and the two movies I've done with him were two very different experiences, and I mean, I love working with him. I love being on his set with all the people he works with. He's a true artist, directing huge movies, which is very unique in a way that he writes the script. I mean, he's involved at every level of movie, and he's very inspiring too because he's so smart.
Did you find that over the years that your ability to influence and shape the character got stronger? Did it suddenly just increase tenfold after you attached the name Oscar winner to yourself? Directors more open to listening to you? I wouldn't guess on
I don't
set,
wake
like,
up in the morning and look at, I'm an Oscar winner. No way. But it's not, I mean, it's, you know, the more you work and the more you explore as an actor the human soul, and, well, the more you have to work. And it's not that it gets easier, because each movie, when I start shooting, I'm very anxious. I don't know if I'm going to be able to give everything to a character. But then you start working, and the process of working stops the fact that you will think, am I able to do that? You're in the process of working, and everything takes its place. What was the question?
The question was about your ability to shape a role. You were talking earlier about how you were frustrated as a young actress, that you didn't want your dream to become some painful thing. And I wondered, as you've become, you know, more famous, for lack of a better word, or more respected, better known, if your confidence level has increased, and if you find you have more...
No confidence, no. No, I think